Hi there. Welcome to the series of videos on social value for SMEs. My name is Boomy Tokan. In this video, I want to talk to you about how social value will give you a competitive advantage with consumers. How does that happen? Let me show you a few things. I'm hoping to be able to persuade you beyond any reasonable doubt that social value makes the difference. Now, there are three types of customers in the market, in my opinion, because somebody might say, oh, do customers really care? Yeah, I think so. But there are three types of consumers in the market today. The first type of consumer is the consumer with a conscience, and they're just looking for a deal. If they find a good deal, that's all that matters to them. Okay, we're going to talk about them in a moment. The second type of consumer is the informed consumer. They have learned about social value. They understand sustainability. They understand that we need to preserve the land. We need to preserve water. We need to preserve the earth. They understand those things. The third type of consumer is the ethical consumer. This consumer, they've made up their mind that if you are not delivering social value, they are not buying your product, at least as much as possible. If we're looking for data to back some of the things I'm going to be saying up, well, check out the link in the description where you find the work of Markstein and some others where they've discovered that 46% of consumers pay close attention to a brand's social responsibility. So let's move on. Now, how does social impact or social value, how is it perceived by those different customers? Let's take a look at that now. So I talked to you first about the consumer with a conscience. And I think most people are like that. They're in the market looking for a deal. So let's assume that this customer wants to buy a teddy bear and they go to the market to look for one. And they're not going to buy the first one from company A because it's small, it doesn't have value, it just looks, it just doesn't work for them. It's not the kind of teddy bear size that they're looking for. Okay, so they look at the pink teddy bear from company B and they think, ooh, that looks nice. And it compares or it's comparatively close to company C. So they're like, oh, which one shall I get? And then guess what happens? The salesperson comes up and says, oh, you know, the company C teddy bear, the blue one, actually, that company have been very instrumental to our local area. In fact, because of company C, many disabled people now have jobs that they can raise their families because this company is committed to equality. Hang on. So what does the consumer think? They think, wait a minute. They have a conscience, right? Don't they? We all go to the market. We may want a deal, but we have a conscience. And we think, you know what? Yeah. Oh, really? Because we have a conscience, we are likely to choose that blue teddy bear over the pink teddy bear simply because that company C is implementing social value in that area. Or they come up to you and say, oh, that company is so good because they are very conscious about pollution in the area and they're working really hard to make sure that there's always, limited amount of pollution. In fact, they've changed. They're now using renewable energy. So you think, wow, okay, I want to buy that. I want to buy that. Even though you did not go into the market to look for a company with social value, but your conscience somewhere tells you, get that one. What has happened there is that social value has given company C the competitive edge necessary to sell more products than others. Let me ask you a question. Can social value sway your own purchasing decisions? Do you think that when you consider social value now, even based on the first type of consumer, do you think that can apply to you? Okay, if it does, or if you think it will, then please put your answer in the comment box below. Let's go on. Let's look at the second group of consumers, the informed consumer. This consumer already knows about social impact, already are familiar with sustainability. They already know the benefits of having strong social values embedded into an organization. They already know. So a lot of millenniums, this is where they sit. They sit in the second box. So it makes you to stand out, and you are able to differentiate yourself from your competitors if you have a strong brand identity around your social value, around your social impact. You're able to tell your story, in fact, to them, and they're much more likely to purchase your product or want to work for you simply because you have a story to tell around social value. They're looking at the world right now and they're thinking, well, we don't want you guys, you these older guys, we don't want you these older guys to wreck the world for us. We want you to start taking some responsibility, and rightly so. Therefore, the informed consumer is more likely to buy a product if you're implementing social value. Now, let's show you some companies now. Tom's, I talked about that in the previous video. Now, if you've not watched the previous videos, please do watch it, because it will really help you to understand all the examples and the stories that we're telling around the social value. So please do watch those videos. For every shoe you buy from Tom's, they give a pair to someone who cannot afford it. Now they're giving glasses too. Okay. Patagonia is an environmentally friendly fashion brand. So they're very conscious about the earth. Therefore, they only use certain types of products. People are knowing about them. Their business is growing. Some banks now are only giving money to those who have a sustainability business model. And Bulb is a renewable energy company, and they're extremely competitive. They're based in the UK. Consumers are going to purchase products from these types of organizations because they have a story. They have a story around their social value. Okay, finally, let's look at another group of consumer. Now, these consumers are what you would call the ethical consumer. They've made up their mind from the beginning. If you don't have social value embedded into your organization, into your mission statement, if you're not exemplifying yourself as a forward-thinking sustainability business model company, they're not even going to buy your product. And you might think, oh, I don't need you. The point is, this group of people are growing constantly. This group of people, right now, it's estimated that they're about 9%. But I'm telling you that by the time in the next 5 years, they're going to be 20%. So you could be losing out on 20% of the market simply because you do not have a social value embedded into your own mission statement. That needs to change. There's no point just losing money, because you can be making more money. If money is what you want to make, you can make more money by also implementing social value into your mission statement, by embedding it into your mission statement. It looks as though it's going to become a mandatory condition for remaining competitive and successful in the marketplace by having social value embedded into your mission, into your organization. Therefore, is social impact this important in your own industry? If not, could you become the leader of the social impact revolution and make it so? Why not? Why don't you step out and do something? Why don't you step out and actually create something great that others will emulate? Finally, I want to say this. Being socially responsible is about updating your core mission and values, how to include the delivery of social impact and charitable initiatives that are related to your business model. Nobody's talking about you getting involved in projects that has nothing to do with exactly who you are and what your organization does. No, actually, it's the other way. There are so many social value projects that you can get involved in. If you look at the 17 Sustainable Development Goals from the UN, pick one or two that relates to your organization, embed that into your mission, embed that into your values, and you will find it much easier to work that into your society where you're located, into the location, into your supply chain. You're going to be able to do that as you embed social value principles into your business model. Okay. If you want to, and I suggest you take advantage of this whilst it's on. If you book your 15 minutes with us, we will help you start the process of implementing social value into your organization. Thank you so much for watching this video today. It's been great to have you along. My name is Boomy Tokan. Do subscribe to the channel because we're putting out more videos like this, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.